Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Hiker Dave here. How is everybody? Doing well, I hope. I wanted to fire some questions at you that drive me nuts, and maybe you guys could comment and give me your opinion or your theories on a couple of these. I have like these 10 nagging questions that just gnaw at me, and I kind of have some good solid ideas or theories on the answers of some of these, but here's just the top 10 that drive me nuts. Um, right up the number one on my list would be do they travel in groups, family units, or are they solitary? Do they you know what I mean? Are they just like a lone wolf type creature? I mean, I'm sure that there is maybe ones that will travel alone by themselves, but do they are they a group unit type creature? You know what I mean? Number two, it's kind of along the same lines. What their hunting techniques? Do they use just sheer speed and run down a deer or an elk and just are that fast that they just can catch up with one of these with their prey? Or do they hunt in groups? Do they use tactics like do they hunt in packs? Do they organize like a hunting party? Do they coordinate? Like, do they flush out their prey and corner and capture their prey? And kind of another thing is too, like what's their main diet? Is it meat? It seems like it would be meat. I see some other channels and stuff where there's activity, Bigfoot activity or sign, they'll find bones, a lot of bones. So it seems like on Utah Sasquatch, he always found bones near maybe a little bedding down area or a place where he could kind of see sign where a Bigfoot had plopped down and just started chowing on whatever it is that he caught and just pulling the bones out and throwing them down or whatever. And I've actually, with Utah Sasquatch, I saw Rio one time, found some bones, and the bones were actually arranged in like a little mini structure. That's something else too. How do they hunt? That drives me crazy thinking of what their method is for that. Number three, um, I wonder if they have, if they have like a hierarchy. Like, is there like a king, so to speak, or a leader? You know what I mean? Who doles out punishments and who they follow. You know what I mean? Where there's one or a few elders that they listen to and you know what I mean? Follow his lead. You know what I mean? Like a hierarchy type of thing. Um, Another thing kind of on that too is do they rival against each other like clans? You know what I mean? For the best food spot where there's the most prey. Do they fight with each other for resources and stuff like that? It makes you wonder. I mean, we do. I mean, that's what humans will kill. Start wars over resources. And I'm just curious if Bigfoots, right? Do they do they clash with each other? I'm assuming that they must. They must kind of fight here and there. I don't know about wars and stuff, but a question again, nonetheless. Number five would be for me would be communication or language. How do they communicate with each other? Do they actually speak with each other in their own kind of language? Um, like tree knocks, is that to locate each other? That I believe is part of the communication. Um, Stick leans, tree breaks, that also I believe can be part of a communication. But I really wonder if they communicate literally by speaking to each other. That fascinates me. The thought of that. Number six would be structures. The teepee structures that I keep finding. Are they? What are they? What are they? These teepees. I have a theory maybe that they're either a territory marker or are they protection from falling limbs. Maybe they get inside one of these large structures and during a windstorm or a bad wind or something, and I don't know, border markers. I don't know. That's something that I always am saying. Why do they do that? I just want to know why the sticklings and the TP structures and stuff. All right, moving on. Oh, another thing on the sticklings, like I have written this down. I have a little journal that I keep my Bigfoot and stuff in, and do they do that to pass time, maybe, or um, I've said this before about autism. How I what's this channel? I forget the name of the channel that's escaping me right now, but he had mentioned about the swaying and the slight autism traits with stick tapping and stuff like that, and peeking out from trees, and it was something. I want to think of the. I'm sorry, I can't think of the name of the channel, but are these sticklings or structures passing time? Is it something that makes them comfortable? Maybe it makes them feel comfortable and relieve stress somehow. I don't know. None of us do, right? It's just another question. Number seven would be the evolution. This is a big one. What is Sasquatch? Part ape, part human? Is it part like Neanderthal, part ape? Is it part Neanderthal, part human? Or like, are they the missing link? You know what I mean? That they've been left behind by technology, and at one time, did they have the opportunity to possess technology and they rejected it? Do they use tools? Um, and then the types of Bigfoot too. I've heard that there's five. I've heard seven. Very interesting to me that there are different types of Bigfoot. Number eight would be population. What are their numbers? I mean, are they close to extinction, or is there plenty of them? Are they thriving and growing? You know what I mean? Uh, Number nine is their demeanor. Are they vicious killers, or are they gentle, caring beings? Um, would they or will they kill humans? And I've gotten a ton of comments. People think that they're vicious killers, and I'm not saying that they're not. I don't know. I mean but that's something. Do they possess compassion, sorrow, anger, revenge, jealousy? I mean, do they have these traits like we do? Well, like humans do. Number 10, do they bury their dead? Do they grieve and bury their loved one, that which would explain absence of bodies? Um, do they get sick? Do they have viruses and stuff like that are exclusive just to their species? Do they possess the technology do they know about herbal remedies and stuff like that? And, do like we get the cold, a common cold, and we're sick for 3 or 4 days. Do they have that problem as well? I bet you they do. But again, questions that I think of all the time. Um, and then why? This is just totally separate. Why does the government hide their existence? I really want to know. There's got to be a reason. It can't be just because of the lumber industry or the timber industry. There's got to be some kind of something's going on. Why it's kept hidden? Why the scientific community just doesn't want to go near it? It's weird. Something fishy there. But throwing it out to you guys, some food for thought on these questions. Comment below if you've got some theories on this stuff, guys. I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much for clicking. And as always, I will see you on the next one.